I went to Crete with a marathon training plan, a pair of running shoes, and one very simple question: should I train or should I rest? The problem was one of my training runs left me too exhausted to enjoy the holiday. But the best run of the entire trip wasn't planned at all. It happened after I stopped training properly. I had no idea how this was going to go, but Crete completely changed the way I think about running on holiday. This is the dilemma every runner knows. You've worked hard for your fitness, you've followed the plan, you've built some consistency. Then suddenly you're on holiday. There are late dinners, slow mornings, unfamiliar roads, and the very strong temptation to spend the entire day beside the pool. Part of you wants to protect your training. The other part wants to enjoy the place you've traveled all this way to see. And because I had a marathon coming up, taking a full week off felt like cheating on my goals. But forcing myself through difficult runs in the Mediterranean heat felt like cheating on the holiday itself. So I decided to run and experiment. Some days would be proper training days, other days would be complete rest. I wanted to find out whether you could have both. My first training day began with a painfully ambitious 5 a.m. alarm. The plan was simple: get out before the Cretan heat became unbearable. I found a coastal route online. It promised beautiful sea views, gentle hills, and a peaceful sunrise. The sea views were beautiful. The gentle hills were not gentle. They felt more like mountain climbs in thick, humid air. The path was uneven and rocky, and every few minutes I was looking down to make sure I didn't twist an ankle. Then what I thought was a shortcut turned into a winding detour through an olive grove. I wasn't completely lost, but I was disorientated enough for that little spike of anxiety to arrive. And that's something people forget about running somewhere new. You're not just running, you're navigating, checking the surface, watching the traffic, looking for shade, trying to understand where you are. By the time I got back to the hotel, I'd done the miles. Technically, it was a successful training session, but I was absolutely wiped out. I'd seen the sunrise, but I was too tired to properly enjoy breakfast. My family went to the beach while I sat around with aching legs, trying to recover. I had completely the run, but the run had taken a piece of the day with it. And that was the first warning sign. A training session is only useful if it fits the life around it. After a couple of these pre dawn battles, I decided to try the opposite approach. Proper rest, no alarm, no running kit laid out, no checking the weather. My first rest day was brilliant. I woke up when the sun was already up. I had a slow breakfast, wandered through the narrow streets of Chania, and spent the day exploring the Venetian harbour. Later, I swam in the clear water and sat around doing absolutely nothing. It was glorious, but I'm not going to pretend the guilt disappeared immediately. You know that little voice, the one that tells you you're being lazy, the one that convinces you your fitness is dissolving every minute you're not training. I caught myself calculating the mileage I was supposed to be losing, but then I started paying attention to how my body actually felt. The calf ache had eased, the mental fog from the early alarms had gone. I was laughing with my family. I was actually present, and I realized that this wasn't simply not running, it was recovery. It was walking, swimming, exploring, and allowing my body to absorb the training I'd already done. Have you ever felt guilty for resting on holiday? If you have, let me know in the comments. And if you're finding something useful or familiar in this story, it would mean a lot if you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. The light bulb moment came on day 5. After 2 full rest days, I woke up just before sunrise. There was no run planned, but I felt good. Not disciplined, good. Not I should probably get this done, good. Actually good. So I put on my shoes. I didn't set a distance. I didn't set a pace. I didn't even give myself a proper route. I just went to explore the village near our hotel. And that run became the best run of the trip. I stopped to take pictures. I followed a random path simply because I wanted to see where it went. That path eventually led to a tiny quiet cove. The run was slow, but it didn't matter. It wasn't about performance, it was about discovery. It added something to the holiday instead of taking something away. And that was when I finally understood the problem. The question wasn't, should I train or rest? The question was, how can running make this holiday better? Rule number one, explore, don't train. A holiday run doesn't need to look like a normal training session. You don't need a pace target. You don't need to chase a personal best. Use the run as a way to see somewhere new. Run towards the church under the hill. Find the best sunrise. Follow the coastline. Let the route be part of the experience. Rule number two, aim for consistency, not intensity. You're not on holiday to produce your best training week of the year. The goal is maintenance. A short, easy 20-minute run can be enough to keep your body moving and your routine familiar. You're probably walking more than usual anyway. You might be swimming, hiking, or exploring all day. That movement counts as part of the bigger picture. Rule number three, listen to your body, not your watch. Holiday conditions are different. The heat is different. Your sleep may be different. Your food, hydration, and daily activity may all be different. So if your watch says you should run, but your body says you need to rest, listen to your body. Run shorter, run slower, or take the day off. That isn't failure. That is adapting intelligently. Rule number four, embrace flexibility. Holiday plans change constantly. A late dinner might ruin your early run. A long day of walking might leave your legs tired. The weather might suddenly turn. Your running needs to be flexible enough to fit around real life. Run early one day, run later the next. Swap a run for a swim or skip it completely. The point is not to copy and paste your normal routine into a different country. The point is to come home feeling refreshed, not run down. So, was my Crete experiment a huge mistake? No. The mistake was thinking I had to choose between training and resting. Running on holiday shouldn't be about rigidly protecting every mile. It should be about adding something to the experience. It can help you see a place differently. It can give you a quiet moment for yourself. And sometimes the best thing you can do for your running is to put your feet up and enjoy the view. The perfect holiday runner isn't the person who follows the plan no matter what. It's the person who knows when to push, when to explore, and when to rest. So, yes, run on holiday if you want to. And yes, rest on holiday if you need to. The real skill is learning how to do both. What's your approach to running on holiday? Do you train properly, take the week off, or find a balance? Somewhere in the middle. I'd love to know what works for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.